All right, hi everyone. Welcome to our lesson. We're going to jump straight into it because we're a little short for time. So we're going to start off by learning that we're going to do some DJing today. It's going to take a little bit of time to learn, but I promise you can probably do it by the end of this video. All right, so I'm going to be screen sharing here for a second, my screen. Inside the screen, you're going to be able to see this PowerPoint, and we're going to go ahead and do this. If you all can, please take out a pencil and a paper and take some notes because you'll be using this during your assignment. All right, so let me get this out of the way. Perfect. Let's hope I can see myself. All right, here we go. So intro to DJing. Today we'll be learning how to use a 2-track digital DJ turntable. Students will be able to perform the basic elements of DJ mixing, including balance control, beat matching, tempo/pitch, and track switching. If you can, please label those down. Balance control, write those down, I mean. Balance control, beat matching, which includes tempo and pitch, and track switching, which would be the main objective of this lesson. You're going to be able to demonstrate your ability to choose musical tracks that work well based on personal experience and prior musical knowledge. Even if you have very limited, it should be pretty intuitive to put this together. All right, moving on to the next slide, if it ever lets me. Awesome. The why. So we're talking about standards, and just so you all know what you're supposed to be doing and what I hope for you to learn through this is that you're using your prior knowledge of your culture and music that you already enjoy and putting it together with things that you're learning in this class to create a piece of art. So today you'll be using an online platform. It's dj.app. Please write that down, dj.app. We'll be doing this simultaneously. I'm gonna give you some time to work. No downloads required. All you need is a pencil and a paper to take notes. So this is what the platform looks like. Do not go to the website yet. Please look here. I'm gonna walk you through what this what a DJ turntable looks like. So on this left side, these two things are mirroring each other. So this is going to be your track number 1. This will be your track number 2. We're going to be doing 2 tracks at a time, and I'll show you once we get to the website. I'm going to teach you a little bit about the controls on here and what they do. Here's the play button for your music, just like any Spotify or what music listener you listen to. Here's to press play, and here's to go back to the beginning. I don't want to worry about these cue loops, low, mid, and high yet. The important ones I want you to look at today is this button right here. This is going to be your volume control. This one over here on the top left is going to be your tempo control. If you go upwards, the tempo of the song will go higher. If you go lower, the tempo of your song will go lower. You can use this to match tempos on both songs. And then finally, this middle button here is the knob to move between track 1 and track 2. So on an actual controller, you'd be able to do that quickly. On here, if you have a touch screen, you should be able to do it with your finger. If not, with the mouse, it works just as well. Oops. So this second one is the exact same thing as this left one. It's just for your second track. Down here, you're going to have your library of pre-recorded songs, so you don't have to go download anything as you would if you were doing real DJing. But you're going to be able to go down here and choose music that is appropriate and relevant to you. Do not take too much time finding something. Just listen to something, and once you're like, you know what, okay, that's good enough, what you're going to do is going to go here, you're going to double click, and then it's going to have something that says load onto track 1. So do that, and then when you find your secondary song, you're going to double right click, then it's going to say load onto dock 2. So you'll have 2 songs loaded up on this top dock, and then another song loaded up on the bottom dock. All right, so now we're going to move on to the next one. Here's an example of one of my students today after a quick lesson, how she was able to do this.
Alice, what grade again?
4th grade.
All right, go. How long did it take you to do this?
About 5 minutes.
All right, hit it, DJ. Let's go. Great transition, great choices. That was
all right. So the next thing here are your objectives. You're going to choose 2 different tracks that you think work well together. You're going to adjust the tempo, the volume, and the pitches, and we'll get to that in a second. And you're going to practice switching between songs using the elements we're about to learn during the lesson. So here's the app. I'm now going to go ahead and get onto this app. Make sure you all can see. Perfect. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and start doing this myself. I'm going to allow. And now we're going to get to the song. I'm going to choose the first ones here. So I'm going to right click, load onto doc 1, and I'm going to press play just so I get to see it. Up here, you're going to be able to see the texture of the music when it starts off really soft and then when it gets really big, which is a little bit important later. So let's just get started with it. Okay. The tempo or the beats of the song is 85.0. This is the famous scratching thing that you can do. That is pretty fun. When you get into advanced DJing, you'll do that a lot more. But what we just want to focus on right now is listening to the song and being able to use the knobs. So we're going to mess with the tempo here. If I go down, it's going to get it really slow. The tempo. If I want. So now I have a good one song. I'm going to go over here and let's say I want to put some hip hop or something. I'm just going to go here. I'm going to do Megan Thee Stallion. I'm going to right click. I'm going to load onto doc number 2. And now I'm going to go ahead and I only want to listen to this side. So I'm going to press play on this side. Now you're going to notice that the tempos are different. This is 127, this is 63. So I'm going to bring this back to 86, and I'm going to see if I can actually pitch it upwards to get it at least a little bit close. The fastest that song's going to go is about 105. So for the tempos, we're going to see if it works out aesthetically. So I'm going to listen a little bit more to this track number 2. Now, what I want to do is to be able to change between songs that I think something's appropriate and kind of cool. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab this track and I'm going to move it over to, this is track number 2. Move it over right up. All right. I'm going to go back to this track at the beginning. I'm going to press play. Now, when I get to the point that I think I can switch between these two, I will use this toggle to go from this track to this track. If you leave it in the middle, both of them will be playing, but that's not really what you want. So I'm going to press back here, go back to where it's in first, not played, pause here, going to reverse back to the beginning. At some point, I'm going to say, okay, I kind of want to switch it. So I'll switch it. Here we go. Pressing play, I'm going to get ready to do this transition using this knob and this play button. So starting with track number 1. All right, starting to feel it. I'm going to reverse this one. 1, 2, 3, and sorry, I didn't realize there's so many curse words. But that's the basic premise of this lesson, is to be able to match 2 songs. You'll notice that my 2 songs in particular weren't that great. We're about 7 minutes into this lesson. So I want you to go ahead and choose 2 songs you think are appropriate. You're going to have about 6 minutes to do this. Then you're going to go ahead and start messing around with it. The objective is to be able to switch between 2 songs using this toggle in the middle and line up the songs using these 2 and the appropriate tempo to make it sound nice to you. So I'm going to give you all about 2 minutes to get onto the website, dj.app. It's right here. You're going to click on the app. You're going to go down to the bottom. You're going to find 2 songs. You're going to click on here. You're going to load doc 1, doc 2. I'm going to give you all about 1 to 2 minutes to do that. Once you have your 2 songs, use the middle toggle to listen to one, then use your one track, press play, pause it, go to your next track, use the toggle to go to the second track, press play, and figure out where in the middle you can figure out how to switch. And that's the beginning of how to DJ. Hopefully you create something that you enjoy. All right, we're gonna move on. How do we label your success criteria? You know that you did it correctly. It's gonna come down to a few things. So did you choose 2 tracks that worked well together? Were you able to mix them in a way that sounded appealing to you? And did you create a small piece of art? This lesson should take a lot more time, but for today, we're doing a quick lesson. You have about 1.5 minutes left to go. I hope you had some fun, and I'll be here if y'all have any questions. All right, y'all. That's the time for my video. Hope you had a good time, and peace.